Testing. Testing, testing. I want to make sure my music's playing. I hear it. I think I'm gonna put it up. This is Spotify. No, it's not. Okay, I think that's better. Wait up. Testing. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, yeah. Adjust. Hopefully you guys can't hear. Sorry, I have to move my mic. Okay. Hopefully you guys can't hear like the airplane going off in the background. I'll put down the volume on this guy. I can still hear him. The thing is that sometimes this mic like picks up it picks up easily on my phone, but like usually everyone's at work when I stream, so I can't I can't. Let me put down the volume on my headset. I can't like bother anyone to like check for me, except for like my brother, but he just started school and I don't want to be that person, you know. Everyone's got things going on. Also, like, sorry if I'm super sniffly. I have the worst allergies, and it just came out of work, and I think the work and the dust and the fog and everything just makes it way worse. So you hear me sniffling a little bit. I'm not sure what to draw today. I just know that I don't know if people are coming over, and like I know my goal is to at least like stream every Saturday. I'm feeling Saturday because Saturday there's a nice little silence period, you know, and maybe Sunday. But I was like debating over lunch what to like draw. I couldn't quite figure it out. I'm like messing with this box. Also, these are really cool. These are like fish pens I found at Five Below, and my husband saw them in the car. He's like, really? I was like, yes. You don't understand. I need them. I actually want to open it right now. 5, which wasn't too bad. But anyway, I'm not sure what to stream, or I'm not sure what to draw today. I was tempted to ask people like for a subject, you know. Sometimes I like to ask people if they want to see like a specific like animal or something. So oh, the tail's like, stop, that's okay. So like the nib is right here and his tail is flexible, which is really funny. This one's so silly. Oh, the only thing, they're not very strong caps. They don't suction on very well. But you know what? Just at home to like, he looks like a dead fish on the video. Just at home to like draw in my journal or like write notes down or like pen or stuff. That'd be super fun. The orange one I think is my favorite. But anyway, I digress. I was like, maybe on my lunch, I was like, I want to go check out the books they have at Five Below, because Five Below, I don't know what, like, who decided to, I don't know who, like, really decided to really amp up, like, the journaling section at Five Below, but I'm super happy about it. So they have, like, look at this little gray guy. This one really looks like an anchovy. I wonder if these are, like, anatomically correct. But I wanted to go to Five Below. They're so silly when I hold them. I want to go to Five Below and see if like I could get a cheap book for like reference to like draw inspiration from. You know, it was either that or like Do the Birds of Paradise, which I think would also be fun. This was the book I picked up. It's like Forage for Mushrooms Without Dying, which I think is really funny. And like, for people who know me, like I really love mushrooms. I love plants, but mushrooms really have like a very special place in my heart. And every day I'm like how cool that is. I'm like super jealous of people who like have the forest in their backyard. I didn't grow up with that. I grew up with more let me see if I can put this up so that the light's not so. See, that one's really cool. I grew up in a very urban? Is urban the word when you like grow up in a city? I like it was more buildings and it was more structures, apartments, not to mention the hood, but I'm not gonna speak too much about that. It's gotten better though. The hood has gotten better, you know, but it was still pretty bad when I was a kid. See, these are really cool. My thought process was that anyway, jealous of people who have access to seeing like cool mushrooms like that and like plants like that. I mean, we had a different. I got to say maybe if you're a little more grunge, you probably would have liked where I came from. A lot more street art, and street art's really cool. But I want to pick up these mushrooms. I've only ever seen like the weird white ones that come off of lawns, and people usually kick them off because they're like they see them as like weeds, right? They don't see them as like the pretty stuff. This is really egg noodle mushroom. That's so silly. Apparently these are really gooey when you touch them. I want to touch them. I want to touch the mushrooms and I want to touch the frogs. And there are also no frogs where I came from. It just like stray dogs and cats. But anyway, this was like one of the thoughts I had. Like today I was like, let me go pick up a book from Five Below. Because usually these are more picture heavy. And like see maybe if I want to do some sketches with them. But again, I also had a friend suggest The Bird of Paradise. But I feel like The Bird of Paradise, doesn't it sound weird? I feel like The Bird of Paradise is more like something I would prefer to, this guy is cool. Bird of Paradise may be something I make a painting out of. I haven't made a painting out of a flower in a hot minute. And you know, I saw the easels at Five Below and I'm like, can I stream that? Things that painting takes so long to like dry. This guy's super cool. Like he's kind of, I feel him. Oh wow, that's really cool. Cinnabar. That's really neat. Let me see. Do I have a clip? That was something I didn't think about before I started streaming. I was like, do I have a clip to hold this down? The good thing is I bought it. It was only $5. In book terms, that's really cheap. I don't want to break it though. But I want it to like lay flat while I like draw inspiration from it, you know? I had a clip. Somewhere. A hair clip or I have a rubber band here too. I have I had a watermelon clip. You guys are gonna hear me rustling a little bit. I'm trying not to rustle too much into the mic. But I'm really feeling this dude. I'm sorry. Unnamed friend. I keep holding off on Bird of Paradise. I really do like the Bird of Paradise, but I just think it'd be cooler if I had time to like think about how to Oh, thanks, Cherry. Dude, I never catch you when you're streaming. I feel so bad. I gotta catch you later. I know you like stream a little more towards the nighttime in our area. See, I need a clip. I might have to go away from the desk for a second. Okay, do I have something I can hold it down? No. See, this is why I need a clip. I will BRB. Don't hold that. I know I have a clip. Hold it down. Yeah, I do have a clip. I do have a clip. You know what's funny? If Cherry's messaging me, that means my husband's gonna start spying on me soon because he loves to watch Cherry. Like I hear him in the background of like I'll be on bed laying down reading something. I just hear Cherry in the background, and so I'm just going because he's messing with Cherry. I'm so sorry, Cherry. He's such a bully. Trust me, I got to deal with that at home too. That kind of works. I might need a bigger clip. Hey, that kind of works. The thing is, I don't know if I'd be able to show that while drawing. So we're going to take this guy out because we're doing a plant. And I feel like, even if it's not a flower, the mushroom is a plant. Trying to see if there's a way I could like draw while having both. Maybe not. I might have to. This is again me regretting not buying that gingerbread book stand. I'm feeling it right now. Hello, welcome to dealing with physical references and how they get in the way all the time. Okay. Let me make sure everything's. Let me see if I could. Sorry about this. Okay. I'm kind of checking. Can I see? I'm afraid of like going higher on the lamp light because sometimes it turns off my camera. I don't want it to turn off my camera. But I feel like it could be brighter. Okay, either it could be brighter. Well, actually, no. See, I have my laptop on low light. But it actually looks okay. Yeah, it looks alright. It looks alright. It looks okay. It looks good. It looks good. Sorry, gotta adjust everything. Okay, I think it's alright. Maybe. I'm like thinking. I'm debating. I also finally got a sharpener. So now, when I'm using the Prismas, I'm not like freaking out about getting down to the nub. I do want. Okay, this guy's super orange, so I would like some. I would like a set with like. I'm thinking. Which colors? Wow, I forgot how neutral that was. No, I don't want neutral colors. I think this is the best one I should have. Yeah. Okay. I like this guy. I'm hesitant on using yellow on this. But I do want that. Yeah, these colors are much better. These are much better colors. Okay. Try to keep a range here. So I don't have to like keep reaching over to everything. I'm feeling these guys. I want to avoid white. Again, I'm not very. I've seen people blend with a white Prisma. I haven't had much luck. Haven't had much luck with that. You know? Okay. Maybe. You know, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see if I could find. I don't want to use that one. I'm gonna see if I could find I'm gonna see if I could find a reference I could use so you guys can see it too. We're gonna go. It's called. Is it called a cinnabar? Why is it called a cinnabar? Cinnabar, like Cinnabar Island in Pokemon. I don't know. Cinnabar, I guess. Mushroom? This one's really pretty though. Trying to find a good. That might be a good reference. They kind of look like weird flowers. Cinnabar. That's a. Christina's playing. Oh my god, everyone's gonna know Christina just because I keep mentioning her name. That's a good photo. That photo. Okay, I'm seeing a good photo. You guys aren't seeing a good photo. Get good photo. Twitch clip that. Can I save? Save. We're gonna save. I'm gonna put Cinnabar. Dude, I used to take Pokemon so seriously. Like, I don't. Okay, this is so silly, but like, tangent. I used to wholly believe that like, I could age out my Pokemon and accidentally like have them become elderly and die. I thought that's what level was when I was a kid. Um, I thought that's what the levels meant. I thought the levels meant their age. And okay, I don't want this to disappear. We're gonna add image. We're gonna say mushroom. Create new. Okay, mushroom. And we're gonna browse. It's on the desktop. Cinnabar open. Is it? Oh, it's up. It's up. Okay. See, the Cinnabar mushroom. It's so like, I'm so glad I found a good photo because this is what it looks like to me, at least in my book. You know, your guys' is a little more orange. He looks tasty, and this is a book about like tasty mushrooms, you know. Maybe put them in this bottom corner. I'm feeling the bottom corner. We're gonna lock them so I don't accidentally like. How do I lock? I knew how to lock. Mushroom lock. There we go. Hey, yo, learning every day. We are learning every day. Okay, you guys aren't gonna see this. I am gonna egregiously bend this book. Very sorry. Anyway, levels in Pokemon. I would not level up my Pokemon past level 50 because in my head, that was when they went, which is so silly now that I think about it. And I used to never understand how people were like brave enough to level up their Pokemon past level 50 because I was like, he's old. You're gonna make him die. And I was like so scared of that. I was so spooked by that. I want to like try to like. I think that's. Yeah, I think that's good. But I just. That was just my belief as a kid. Now I'm older. Now I don't believe that. But I really thought for a second. I'm actually gonna move this a little over. We're gonna move. That's more comfortable now. Yeah, it was my sketchbook was a little far for me. But anyway, now I know that Pokemon do not age when you level them up, you know? I was so sure that they did. But they do not. Okay. No. I might go on this crazy hyper tangent. Am I on the flower one? Yes, I am. I'm on the flower one. I'm like tempted to go off on this like tangent because I had watched mushroom documentaries like all day today. And they're just really cool, and I like that they're trying to like imagine him. I need to stop shaking my leg. I'm so sorry if my stream was vibrating. I wanted to message Christina. I'll do it later. So I was watching the documentary, and it went from like, I don't know, when I have hard days, I watch very, very specific things. Hint, hint, you know, if you know, you know. I was watching very specific things, and he's got like a little hook. These are so cool because you could be so like gestural with them, you know, and I could just have fun and like just draw him. I could just draw him. He doesn't like, mushrooms are so weird. But I was watching the documentaries and like this. See, pop quiz. I'm failing. the fruiting bodies, just none of this is the actual like living mushroom. This is just the cool parts we see and we eat are just the reproductive stuff. It's just an organ, literally. You know, the fun, pretty stuff is just an organ, and the real mushroom is like, the real mushroom is in the ground, in like some weird, crazy, veiny system. You know, I just think that's really cool. And I've read a lot of books about it, so like I've gotten to the point where I'm like recognizing a lot of what they're already talking about in the documentaries, you know? And one of the books, it's either braiding sweetgrass, or I've read like a couple books by this author. Braiding sweetgrass, or the moss around us, or something like that. And the author is this top tier plant professor lady. She's indigenous, and her writing's actually like super palatable, which means that if you want to read about plants but don't want to be like super put off by the crazy wordage, there's a better word for wordage, I swear, but if you don't want to be like put off by like the terms being crazy tough, Robin Kimmerer is a really good plant scientist, plant biologist, herbalist isn't right either. Herbalist is medicinal plants, but I really suggest to her. Anyway, she did like a chapter on my nose. She did a chapter on mushrooms, which was really cool. And she would take her students to the forest, and like I said, mushrooms are actually not mushrooms are not actually these cool bodies like I'm tempted to add a pointer to my stream. They're not those cool bodies right there. They're not that cool orange thing, you know? And she would tell them, hey, we're gonna study and observe these species. We're gonna start by finding basically a mushroom root, and we're gonna follow it and see where it takes us. And so she would have like these students pull them up, and she says it's one of her favorite not experiments but journeys, because they really get to see just they could go on for miles just pulling up these mushroom roots, you know, the actual mushroom, actual mycorrhizal, if you want to get like super into the terminology, you know. And anyway, the documentary was talking about that, the roots and stuff, and I was like, I know that. I don't know. It has to be like how people feel when they like get new updates on their games, because that's how I was feeling with the documentaries, and I guess that's why I'm kind of like obsessed with the mushrooms right now. I feel like this would be so cool with like that dark. I like the dark green on the photo you guys are looking at. I think that'd be super fun to like. Wait up. I need to have the other side open for. I'm gonna pull out a page. Pulling out a page. We are pulling out pages. Oh, not from this one. This is my completest sketchbook. This goes under. You know, I'll pull out a back page. It's always good. You know, palettes are never just paint palettes. Palettes are sometimes also just palettes, color swatches. You know? Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Yay. Okay. Thinking. I think I know the background shape I want. I don't quite know what I want yet. I have to. No using the bottom eraser. Using the white eraser. White eraser, good eraser. There's a word. There is a word for how the cap. So the cap on this mushroom is not separated. Like those little gills it has. There's a word for when it just swoops, you know? I'm gonna look it up. I learned it on the documentary. I am failing this pop quiz. Apparently, according to the documentary too, if you look up morphology is like the study of shape. And that's one of the like subjects of like mushroom stuff. Let's see. It would be cap-shaped mushroom. This is going to be super educational today. Images. Okay, I mean, depressed is not the word. I think maybe cap-shaped gills. Gill attachment. We are looking at gill attachment. I believe. You know, I miss when Google, I don't know if no one's going to remember this. I miss when Google, that's not right either. I miss when Google Images was, they would show you, like, the picture big. Now picture not big. Now picture small and thumbnail sized. But, like, when I was a kid, you used to be able to full screen pictures. And now you can't full screen it without going to the site. I mean, I understand it's to increase like site usage, but I need to sneeze. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. That was so loud. Yo, I'm gonna need to put like a sock over my mic when that happens. I can't find the name of it. I'm so sorry. There is a name for like how I'm getting distracted. There is a name for like the way these gills like come down and form. There's a name for it, and it's pretty neat, but I cannot remember it right now, which is a bummer and a half. I'm distracting myself. Hello, welcome to the distraction stream. Does she have ADHD? She doesn't know yet. She's trying to figure that out. I don't think so. I don't. Psychology 101. Is it psychology when people try to like figure out what side of the spectrum you're on? Or is that like psychoanalysis? We don't know. We will find out one day. It's not today. It's not my job to say, so to say. I do get distracted like super easy though. Not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna act like my brain is there half the time. It really is not. I am grown. And I regularly lose track of everything. Like, I know it's something up with my brain, but I don't know what. I don't know what exactly is up with my brain. Do I do a circle? Do I square behind it? Square might be nice. Square? I kind of want the whole background to be green. Too bad I can't, like, autofill in traditional drawing. It's okay. We're learning. I would love to autofill. Cannot autofill. Autofill. autofill tool. I don't know the shortcut for the autofill tool. See, this is what I mean when I say that I get like real distracted, because I do get super distracted. Anyway, I'm at work, right? And I don't know how I do this. I work in a backroom kind of job. Almost warehouse. Almost. Like a vanilla warehouse. Almost, if that makes sense. Do I do a circle? I'm getting distracted again. I really want to know what this. I like knowing what my background shape's gonna be. Just to help, like, the orange pop. I should. Okay, kind of unorthodox. We have a stencil. We have a stencil. Do I want big stencil? No, I want small stencil. It was just you. When in doubt, plates, circles. Yeah, I like. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. And it's sponsored to you by Cup Noodle. Flavor, if you guys are wondering, is wonton ramen, which you will find out I go to Five Below a lot. I need a distraction counter. I need to see if I can animate a distraction counter, because now I'm showing you ramen instead of drawing. But a hot and spicy chicken wonton. But the thing is, I have no idea what it's gonna taste like. How do dehydrated wontons taste like when you rehydrate them? I don't know. Dehydration has got to be one of the coolest things we like ever invented. You know, I know it like came up because of like World War II or something, and like World War II really needed us to like learn how to preserve things and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, we preserved things prior to World War II, yada yada, but it really like enhanced the game, you know. It really, I need to sneeze again. I'm so sorry. It really upped the ante. Really upped the ante on like food stuff. Anyway, I was talking about how I get distracted at work, and I'm getting distracted while drawing. My nose hurts so bad, by the way. I think it's the fog. They say the fog sometimes traps dust particles, and I think that's what's been really like egging on how my nose has been reacting to stuff. Anyway, at work, I work in the back rooms, and like a warehouse. So we're handling a lot of boxes, a lot of smaller scale boxes, not like whole. Well, okay, we do get a whole truckload of boxes, but I forgot what I was saying. But you know, I work with boxes, TLDR. And I have this habit, because I have to put things away that don't fit out of the warehouse area. I have this bad habit of losing whole boxes, like whole torso-sized boxes, 10 to 15-pound boxes. I'll be carrying them, and then they're just like poof, they're gone. And it happens on multiple times. I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of what we're working with so far. This is the sketch so far. Like, I wish I learned how to like focus things. This is a sketch, and then we're gonna start messing around with some coloring. But yeah, I lose whole boxes. I lose whole trains of thoughts. I lose whole like objectives. I walk in a room, I hit the doorway, and that's it. My thought is gone. It's gone. Yeah, se fue. It's gone. It is gone. That's how it always is, honestly. Is it ADHD? I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe my brain is failing. Maybe it's dementia. Only time will tell. I mean, I'm like low-key nervous. I'm like over exposing myself a little. But I guess. This is what I think anyway when I draw. I'm just saying it out loud. I'm gonna have a water break. I do start like therapy and talking about feelings soon this week. And like what am I going to get to the bottom of with this person, you know? Because to me, this is just how I am. To other people, it's like, hey, yo, something's up. Something is mad up. And I just am unaware with it. But anyway, I'm going for other reasons, of course, too. Figuring out what is up would be a great end goal. But it is not the main purpose. You know? Alright. Now, what I'm going to do... I'm debating. Do I start with, like... You know, I bought a sharpener and I didn't set it on here. And now I'm worried that, like... Oh, there it is. I was worried for a second that the cats, like, got it. I would be so sad if the cats got it. Man, the oranges on your guys' picture is so much cooler than, like, what I'm drawing. You know, what I'm drawing is cool, too. Okay, comparison. This is the picture I'm referencing, you know, for the most part. And this is the drawing. It's not, like, one-on-one, but, it's hype. I'm just jealous of the picture you guys have, which is so silly. I shouldn't be jealous of that. But I really like the vibrancy. It could be photo editing. It could be something completely out of my jurisdiction. You know? Do I go with the light yellow? Or do I go with, what is base? Part of me wants to do the dark shades first. We are going to go with the base. Because otherwise, I'm going to get distracted. Going with the base color. Setting up the shape. You know what's funny? I love mushrooms. The idea of eating them actually makes me feel a little icky, which is nuts. I tell my husband this all the time. I always want to buy those mushroom growing kits and have him eat them. Because I don't want to eat them. I struggle actually with the texture in my mouth, which is so weird. But I told him, I was like, hey, you know, if I buy it, will you eat them? And he's like, babe, you gotta eat them. I'm like, I don't want to. He's like, babe, you have to eat them. I'm like, I don't want to. They feel fleshy. Here's the thing, they smell so good. They smell so good when, like, you do, like, cook them. I'm not crazy. I find them interesting, and I do think that they could, like, taste good. But man, I do not like the bite feeling. You know, I have the same issue with shrimp. Love, like, shrimp cup ramen. Don't want to bite into shrimp because I don't like the feeling. ASMR. I do like the sound of sharpeners. I need to be careful though with this one. The waxiness of the pencils sometimes likes to, like, get up in the blade, and I don't want that. Okay, next part. I'm gonna use these lines to, like, help create a basis for, like, the shadows. To help, like, the gills really form, so to say. So we could have, like... I'll do the blending at the end, of course. But it helps to, like, lay out a base shadow, base shapes. I don't know, actually, the words of which I am trying to educate on. But base shape of shadows, and we'll darken as we go. Base shape of shadow, base shape of shadows. I hate my nose doing this stuff. It's not fun. It's icky. My nose is giving me the ick right now. Nose giving me ick. Nose giving me ick. Nose giving me ick. I'm, like, wondering if I, like... What was I wondering? I don't remember it. I don't remember what I was wondering. That's okay. Okay. This is where once we add that dark red, it's gonna pop out. And then I probably will go into it with like lines after. You know? Go into it with some lines after. Some lineage. As always, the Sharpie is our friend. Friend Sharpie is the friend. He is the homie. At least right now. It also helps to just kind of like be really gestural with these gills. Be a little bold with them. A little bold with the gills of the mushroom. It's so interesting to me that mushrooms are like, they're so poisonous. They kill so many people on the daily, which sounds silly. But no, it doesn't sound silly. It sounds dangerous. But it sounds the danger. Does that go out of frame? No. Okay. They're so easy. People love how they taste so much that like they're willing to risk it all, you know, and they kind of like jump on just eating the ones that look like their favorites, which is not good. Which is not good. Not a good thing to do. And the white angel cap looks like a regular tasty mushroom, and it's the one that kills the most people, you know. But they're so tasty, right? They're so delicioso. At least the one I'm drawing is actually supposed to be tasty. I will take the book's word for it. Wow, this gets really dull really fast. Hopefully you guys could hear the music this time. I had someone jump on my stream Yumi Cafe last time, and we were talking about music. I was like, yeah, sometimes I like having music, but sometimes like at the same time, like I get sad that I can't listen to copyright music, you know. And the whole time she's listening to me without the music, and I rewatched the stream later to like see and like adjust and stuff. And boy, was I like, oh my god, I made her watch that whole stream with no music, and she was so chill about it. I think it's a she. Sorry, Yumi, if you watch this later and I get your... I misgender you. My bad, I got stuck. No. See, that's what I mean when like... when the waxy bit... The waxy bits get stuck in the they get stuck in the sharpener. Because they're so soft. There we go. There we go. It's out. It is out. We got them, boys. It's out. It's out. Yay. There we go. I might need to blow my nose soon. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of like looking, like I think I want a thick outline on like, we want a thick outline on like this outer ridge. I think this outer ridge is in order to like make it I'm on the edge of the page. The edge. I don't know the actual lyrics to that song. I just know the dad rock is it. But it seems like a little lippy, a little lip liner for the mushroom. A little lip liner for the mushroom. I'm like a little afraid of like going darker, but I want to go darker. We're gonna start really hamming in the values. Hamming the values. And then we'll probably blend it out with the See, I need to be careful because I lose track of like where the darker value is sometimes. But we want to start hemming them out. Hemming them out. Hemming them out. We're hemming out the values. Hemming out the values. Hemming out. I have some like my hands hurt from work because hands hurt work from work because I'm handling dry boxes all day. And when you handle dry boxes all day, they just dry out your nail beds. And when they dry out your nail beds, you get like the split skin stuff. That's not very fun. So I'm dealing with that right now. And I feel it with I feel it a bit pressing down with these pencils. And I feel it's like pressing on an open wound right now. Which is a bummer. No one should have to deal with that. Except me. Okay, I'm gonna darken this outline real quick. So it looks cooler. I wonder, should I add like green to it to like... That looks pretty neat on the video, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, maybe I should add green to the deficits to like really help almost like darken out, help darken out the shades. Like, I think working in one color is really good, but sometimes you want it to be more. Want it to be more out there. That wasn't the right color. This is the right color. I will go over it with that. We'll go over it with that other regular orange in a bit to help really. You know, I've been really tempted to I've seen people buy smudgers for Prismacolors. I've been really tempted to do that. But I don't know yet. I've seen people also make their own, you know? So maybe that is on the list of things to do. Maybe. We don't know yet. We don't know if that's on the list yet. I just want it to really pop. Go on Mulholland Drive. Was I talking about something before this? Because I don't remember. My bad. Go in with some darker. Sorry if you guys heard that scratch with my pencil. What was I talking about before this? I can't remember. Small loan of $1 million. Don't do that, y'all. The loans will be getting you. I'm very fortunate that I have not accrued crazy loans. But I'm also, at the same time, very afraid to spend anything. Like, I will absolutely abuse Ross and stuff like that to like. What was I saying? Oh, I would absolutely like scour Ross and thrift stores to like see if I could like get some halfway decent art supplies. Although, I mean, even then there are a few I'll like cave in on. I used to really like drawing with oil pastels. Those are genuinely one of the most expensive art supplies you can work with, which is such a bummer. It's such a bummer that they're so. Want this one. We want this one. We are deepening the reds. Deepening the reds. Enhancing or trying to enhance the gills. I don't know if I'm being very successful with it. But I did love drawing oil pastels. I hated it at first. I really hated oil pastels at first. But then like once you figure out how to like blend under and stuff, it's so life-changing. It is honestly such a life-changing medium. And it's oil paints without having to wait 3 months for it to dry. And like, if anyone were to give me a present for like Christmas, birthday, whatever, it'd be one nice, like maybe 5 count of oil pastels. Don't give me. I don't know if anyone's ever run into this. If you're a drawer, people really love giving art sets, and I had a year once where I got like 3, but they're like cheap art sets. And they're not bad if you're like a beginner, if you're like a kid. But once you really like get into your mediums and find out what you like, it starts to feel generalized, which is such a bummer. I'm grateful whenever people like give me things, like that. But I got to the point where I had to be like, please don't. Please don't. I appreciate you. I love you. Please don't. I don't know what to do with 100 graphite pencils that break easily, Although I will say in every kit they usually give you like charcoal. The charcoal, for some reason, I found cheap charcoal is just it's fine. I only worked with it for a bit. Cheap charcoal, it works. Cheap charcoal has worked. I've seen videos and like artists like straight up use they will burn their own wood to make charcoal. And I think that's a smart thing to do. I think that's the way to go. You don't necessarily even have to buy it, and like you could just burn wood and draw with it, which is nuts. Speaking of crazy free art supplies, sincerely jealous of people who have ever seen an artist conch in person. I might get distracted for a second because artist conchs are really cool. Artist conchs are a type of mushroom. Hello, welcome to my TED Talk. Artist conchs are a weird type of mushroom that sometimes like you could create stuff on like a canvas, not like a mushroom you could draw with. No. I could do this. Artist conch. Artist conch. Okay. I'm gonna I think that's a better picture. We're gonna save that picture. Save image. Conch mushroom. We're gonna save it on desktop. And then we are gonna show what people have like been able to draw on it. And this guy's goofy. I love him. I think this is the image I'm using. Let's save image as conch art on desktop. Okay. We're gonna hide that. Okay. Our mushroom guy. We're gonna hide him for a second. Hide. We're hiding. One day I will get faster at this. Today's not the day. Hello? Oh, not the news outlet. Oh, no news today. I'm educating people right now. the news can wait. The sad stuff can wait. We could put art. We'll put okay. We'll put browse. And we'll put conk art. Okay. We're gonna put okay. And then we're gonna We're gonna put I'm gonna have so many photos saved on my laptop. I'm gonna have to like go through and delete them later. I put conk. Do okay. Browse. Oh my god! I am so sorry. Wait up. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna lock this, and we're gonna. Sorry, y'all. This is huge. This is super huge. Okay. Education time. All right. The one on the right is the artist conk, and if you live in a woodsy area, a woodsy humid area, these like to grow off like the bottom of trees. I can't remember what specific tree. But people, artists specifically, will like grab this mushroom and just like draw on it because it's so huge. You know, that picture on the left, that wonderful little chihuahua, that's done on one of the mushrooms. And they're like the size, they could grow up to like the size of a like big plate. And they're so cool. They're so cool. And I am infinitely jealous of like anyone who's been able to see them. Anyway, distraction over. Hiding that. Okay, we are back. Let me put the mushroom back up so you guys can see what it is. Mushroom. There we go. Mushroom time. But anyway, if you want to draw, plenty of mediums, plenty of cool stuff you could do. Just please, like, don't get your friends you have art friends who are serious artists. Don't avoid the art set. Avoid the art set. Get like look at what they draw. Maybe get them a reference book of like to help them decide like what to draw. I want a yellow. I think I want that yellow. Or do I want the paler yellow? Now here's the issue. I want the mustard yellow because I just like mustard yellow more. Sorry if that was a egregious under yours. I just like mustard yellow more. It's not a matter of whether it's right or not. I like mustard yellow more, not you. But just because I like mustard yellow more does not mean ew. No, we're not using that. Ew. Back you go. Just because I like mustard yellow more does not mean I should use mustard yellow. So we are gonna do a little test here. Whenever I do that sound, I think of the cat. The cat, the little click click, and he's like, I'm debating. I'm debating because the value of the mustard yellow is not as strong, so to say. But this is just this color is too lemony, and I don't want lemon. I will roast him later. Sorry, Anyway, and my friends are thinking they're being cute. I'm about to be a very much. They think I'm a degenerate now. Give me a minute. I'm about to start. Y'all, tangent. Pivot. I love the memes where people are like, don't annoy me or I'll draw you like into an omega, which is anyone who watches the Omega verse. Bless your heart. That shit wild. That shit wild. Y'all crazy. But anyway, if you have the artistic talent and if people get on your nerves, you can just turn them into a pregnant omega. And I'm wondering if I should use my powers for evil. I am considering using my powers for evil. Oh, this is really pretty. I am seriously considering using my powers for evil. Because they think I'm a degenerate now. They don't know. They simply do not know. They don't know. They truly do not. They do not understand what they can unleash. My coworkers were actually talking about. A coworker asked me. I'm a very big nerd, by the way. A coworker asked me. She's like, Lily, who was like your celebrity like crush as a kid? And I was like, mine weren't celebrities. Mine were like anime guys. You know, if I'm being honest, they're more like cartoon guys. And she was like, really? Because Sukuna's hot from Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, listen, Sukuna is a very valid hear me out. He is a very valid hear me out, but I cannot continue this conversation without letting you guys know just like a little too much about myself. You know? I do not wish to partake in this self-shaming. So she was just like, what? I'm like, listen, man, I'm trying to save myself. But I'm just saying, listen, my friends right now, they think they're being very smart and very, very silly and very cunning. But I am about to try them into pregnant omegas. I am thinking about it. I'm like, they don't know yet. They don't know yet. They don't know I could do this. They should be warned. I should warn them. With a drawing. Anyway, don't do that to your friends. Or do. You know, or do. I don't see why not. I'm really tempted to. Because I'm really tempted to. Because I have the power. I have the power. I need to start on the cap. I'm like really focused. I want a darker value on that inner of it. I want a darker value on the inner. I'm gonna try something. If I hate it, I'm gonna stop and like draw over it. Ooh, okay, that could work. Really highlight. I'm really highlighting. Again, I was hating that bright yellow. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so gross right now. I'm gonna use the lemon yellow as a highlight. Lemon yellow. I'm sorry, y'all. It is canary yellow. Can you see that? Hello, welcome to my makeup tutorial. Canary. You can't see that. It's canary yellow. She broke. She's broken. She's heartbroken. Uh-oh. She's heartbroken. I've been told that if you drop prismas too much, they could get like that. I'm a little worried that she's forever broken. That she's like broken throughout her spine, her body, her soul. I hope she's not, because I would like to use her. That sounds terribly wrong. Okay. I like the bright. The brightness is very nice. But it needs contrast. I'm not feeling the contrast yet. I want to do it with color first before I even like attempt to do it with marker, of course. Marker I want to save like hint tidbits for last. Here's what's looking at right now. This is where we're going right now. I feel bad because the wax is shooting off. See, there you go. Now you can see it a little better. Wax and Prisma really likes to not interact with the camera in a very friendly way. You can see it a little. He's a little shimmy. Anyway, in person, it looks much better than what it's portraying on the camera. But even on the camera, I can see I need a little more contrast. I could go in with I don't want to go in with a purple, but I can go in with a purple. You know, because the red I have not dark enough. I'm not feeling it. I'm thinking. I am thinking. Using my brain noodle to the best of my ability. I don't want to use black. I really wanted to keep it to. Okay, I also know. I want to do the green last because it's very satisfying to throw in the green last. I also know that once I throw in the background, those details are really the color contrast will go up. Color theory 101. I need to take. I want to take a color theory class, or maybe I'll watch a YouTube video. Maybe. Hmm. 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 Thinking. 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 Do you? We want red. 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 That kind of interacts nicely. Kind of. Hmm. The other one. I don't know if I want blue. I don't really want blue. There's this guy, but you know, I think this brown here, this hello, this Tuscan red. That's not brown. That is Tuscan red. What is Tuscan? Sorry. Did I get green on this already? Oh no. It's okay. Whatever. You know what? Did my music stop? That's what I want. Have I even used this one yet? I have. Okay. We're gonna go in with Tuscan red. Which in my eyes is brown with a red tones. But we're going with Tuscan red to really help deepen. Because it needs some deepening without. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Just a bit. It's very calming. Getting this darkness. The darkness consumes you. I was born erased in it. The darkness is very satisfying. Very. Yeah, that's hella satisfying. That's so satisfying. Sometimes I just want to like do coloring books. Sometimes. You know, my dad tried to like design some coloring books, you know, for like a side hustle. I think he would have been successful, but he unfortunately shares the same attention span I do. I feel really bad for him. We may not be on the best like terms, but he did not like deserve to be AI talk, y'all. Did not deserve to be like totally replaced by AI. He's an animator, you know, and being in animation right now is rough because right now a lot of studios are looking for ways to kind of like replace animators. They're trying to streamline animation. And you know, I could really get into this. But animation is good when there's passion. You know, my dad is passionate despite again how I feel about him. He is a very passionate about animation. Loves storyboarding. And unfortunately is not in animating right now because they want to look elsewhere. Because they want to look elsewhere. That's just the bottom line. They want to look for the cheap labor of animation, which is hard because animation is not, it's very skilled. I like, he tried to get me into it. I've maybe animated one piece of paper falling down. And it's hard. It requires a lot of patience. Way more patience than like, because you have to like draw and think in motion, you know? And it's just, it's a skill. It's a big skill. And I don't think that's something we should leave to AI. That's what we, AI should more be used for like human error. Because it's not like I don't use AI. Oh, sorry. I need to scratch my head and I tap my headset. You know, and I think there are ways where it could definitely be like useful, you know? But not for animation. Animation is not it like benefits from human error, if that makes sense. Our eyes benefit from human error, and one of my favorite scenes in like anime is my brain went elsewhere. Sorry, I need to blow on this. Sorry. My favorite animation scenes are specifically the what are they called? Very specifically, Naruto Shippuden, the pain fight. And everyone references that meme. Where Pain, the character, the guy with like the orange hair. He's just he's so ugly in the frame when you pause the frame. But that gestural pause, that purposeful error in anatomy is what makes that fight so solid. It makes it so whooshy. It makes it how we see, how we are supposed to see the fight, And I think people, you just don't realize that when you're watching things, our minds fill in a lot of stuff. And when animating, you're kind of trying to mimic that filling in. It's just, to have a computer fill it in is to have it filled in too accurately. It also limits like experimentation and stuff like that. Like what I'm doing now, yeah, if you put it in AI, you probably get like this big bright orange cinnabar. That's what it's called. I keep forgetting the name of it. You get this bright big orange cinnabar, but it won't. It's always gonna have that AI glaze. It's always gonna have that blur. It's always gonna feel. They're always gonna require that it's pretty, and sometimes the pretty things are not aesthetically proportionate and stuff like that. There's so much I could go into, and like I'm gonna really go into it. I'm gonna really go into it, y'all. I'm trying not to, but I'm thinking about it. Not you. We want the mustard. Disney for years. Sorry, I'm gonna be a Disney hater. I'm so sorry. Disney for years has been really prioritizing streamlining animation for a while, and there's a wonderful documentary about it on YouTube about how Treasure Planet was used to the theory kill 2D animation for Disney. It was marketed terribly, they spoiled it. They didn't exactly give the synopsis. They didn't give those cool, like, aesthetic trailers they do for a bunch of stuff. They didn't do any of that. Sorry, I'm shaking it. My bad. They didn't do any of that for Treasure Planet. And it led to a box office failure. It was a box office failure. But when you actually watch the movie, it's really pretty. It's gorgeous. It talks about, like, family issues. But they wanted it to die. They wanted 2D to die because it was expensive. And Treasure Planet came out like right after Tarzan. I'm like synopsizing the whole YouTube doc. It's really good. Look up how Disney used Treasure Planet to kill 2D animation. But right after Treasure Planet, after the big flop, after purposely like bad marketing, they switched to 3D. They switched to 3D because it was faster, it was streamlined. You need less people for 3D. It's easier to teach someone to rig than do art. And even then, some people can do some crazy, wonderful things with like 3D animation, especially like Amazing Digital Circus. Love that show. Always will vouch for that show. That show's gorgeous. But that's a little dark. It's a little dark. I'm gonna try to add little pockets, so it kind of appears bumpy. I'm not very good at like making bumpy things, if I'm being honest. I kind of try to smooth it out. Smooth out the ridges. smooth out the ridges. But anyway, once sorry y'all, this is a very specific, like hyper fixated topic for me. Once Disney essentially like switched to 3D, you'll see that's when their style truly started to stagnate. You know, Frozen, all those Disney princess movies. They also like kind of did the same with Princess and the Frog. They stagnated after Princess and the Frog because prior to 3D, the princesses were much more diverse in design. But Frozen, yeah, Brave kind of deviated, but it also, I don't think it was as well received. This is gonna need a black outline probably. But Disney's designs stagnate with the start of Frozen, and that's why you see all like this AI generated. They're mimicking they're mimicking Disney, and it's almost like stagnated style because there's so much of it. Because Disney really, no, don't break. No, you're so hot. Ha. Anyway, they stagnate in style, and a lot after that, a lot of their projects have that same big eye Zootopia-ish like Google look, you know. They even talk about how like all of a sudden all the men have like that. Actually, they always kind of had that, where they had like the big defining nose, you know. But that's why a lot of AI stuff looks like Disney, because Disney really pushed out that quick design, you know, that quick, easy, animated, that no matter what in that 3D, it's easier to save designs in 3D rigging and just repurpose and slightly adjust, and doesn't that so much easier, you know. And because of that, it just, Disney is unfortunately like a good example of studios streamlining or trying to streamline animation through any means necessary to save a buck, to make a profit, even though Disney are already huge profit. Sorry, Disney, I'm talking mad baloney on you, but it's just what it is. It's what it is, and it makes me sad because like the original Disney stuff is so pretty. Like I actually got to meet the daughter of the horse. Peter, the horse is here. I got to meet the daughter of what is his name? I got to meet the daughter of James Baxter. There we go. I got to meet the daughter of James Baxter at school, which was really cool. Small world, right? I didn't realize how influential her dad was. Her dad's got crazy, mad influence, you know. He animated in Spirited Away. He animated James Baxter in Adventure Time. He animated, I think, the dancing scene in Beauty and the Beast. And he did all that wonderful, like, flowy stuff. Have you ever seen Spirited or the dancing scene in Beauty and the Beast? How they actually had to make their staff members dance in the big dress to, like, get that whoosh, understand the whoosh, see the human error, make it floofy, yada, yada, yada. I'm really going on into this, you know? And it was so cool, but it's AI does not value the whoosh, unfortunately. And like James Baxter, you know, his animation is not quick, it's not cheap, but that's not what Disney wants. Disney wants quick, cheap, automated, but they kind of lost the vision, which is a bummer. Pixar that's why Pixar and Disney are always fighting, probably because one craves vision and the other one wants to ignore it. But you know, what can you do? Right, I think that's the mushroom. I'm feeling like that's the mushroom, you know. It looks cool from my sketchbook. Kind of like trying to show you guys what I'm seeing. I'm gonna do a side by side really quick. Like my reference, my drawing, reference, drawing, reference, drawing. Okay. I mean, the stream is ending soon. I hope y'all enjoyed my TED Talk about Disney and shrooms and like drawing your friends as a pregnant Omega Man. I want to add a green backdrop, and then when I add the green backdrop, I'm gonna go in with my Sharpie. I also want like to show off. There we go. I want to show off. I bought a stamp. I bought like a fun. No, that's fine. I bought like a like a date stamp. I don't know what it's called. Oh, she broke. Oh, she's broken. Oh no, the table. It's broken. Damn. That table is broken. I bought a stamper to like kind of like stamp dates and stuff and messages. It takes some learning. That's the only thing. Wow, this dark green is very pretty. It takes some learning. It does take some learning because the first time I did it, do I have it? Okay, the first time I did it, distraction time. Did I bring my notebook? I did not. Yeah, and I should not leave my desk to go get the notebook. Okay, wait up. So I was lovely stamp pen. Okay, this says custom name stamp. And the first time I did it, I forgot you have to like, okay, you see right here? There's a message in there. It says like hands 120, but it has to be backwards. Because if it's not, it mirrors your image, and it's kind of have to learn with it. But you just bam. We got hands on 120. On 120, I was studying hands in my journal, and I dated it like that. And so I would like to do that with my mushroom. You know, the date and maybe the mushroom name. Maybe the mushroom name. I'm not sure yet. I wonder if I could like... Should I be extra and try to make a gradient? I don't know yet. We'll think about it. This is nice. It isn't gonna sound weird, but like I was kind of lagging on streaming. I forget how therapeutic it is to just ramble. Just make everyone listen to me. Listen to me. Make you all listen to me. But work has been weird and stressful. And drawing sometimes just helps take away how I feel about everything, you know? I'm like, it's weird. It's getting bullied at work. But also like, people have really come through and like reminded me that like I'm cared for, you know? But it has gotten to the point where I have to wear headphones at work because I don't want to hear the talkings. Not because the talkings are bad to hear, but I don't want it in the back of my mind. Sometimes you have to like protect your peace like that. And I know, and maybe people think I'm being standoffish for doing that, but I need to not panic at work. That's why I'm doing therapy on Monday. Is to better, not better adjust, but to better understand why I have to do that. You know? This doesn't sound weird. Tones really vibrate when you talk. And I tell my husband this all the time when people are irritated, the walls vibrate. He's like, babe, that's not normal. I'm like, I know. Trust me, I know. I know, hun, I know. But I guess that's why I wear headphones at work sometimes on my lunch, or I just straight up don't. I straight up like ignore the break room now, which is a bummer because I actually really think the break room's gorge. But I just, don't want to hear it. And it's been making me bummed out, and I've been not having the best sleep patterns because of it, you know? But it is nice to actually get the drawing and like see it come out. I always feel like, you know what's funny? I always feel like I'm gonna fail on stream. But if I do these like little studies like this, it's very nice actually. You know, I told myself I was gonna I told myself I was gonna make a gradient. I totally forgot. Sorry. I forgot. Twitch clip that. But it's nice and it's making my day better. You know, I need to be done by 6. I want to start cooking by 6. I don't know if family's coming over or not. Oh god, maybe I did mess up this pour. Oh, maybe I did. I gotta be ways to like combat that from happening. Maybe just not like crazy sharpening it. There we go. I'm like, I have gotten into like the nubs of these before, and it's super sad when it happens. I'll go slow and steady to like really fill out the background, and then we'll go in with the Sharpie, and then that'll be the end. Maybe I'll show you guys me trying to figure out the stamp again. But this is super therapeutic. Make some cool shit in your sketchbook. I really like mark making. If I could do a whole, I don't know, man. It's very, very satisfying to mark make in your book. Radiate a dark halo. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played. If you guys have, it's a very specific thought. If anyone's ever played Date Everything, if you're watching or you're watching later, if you've ever played Date Everything, the shadow you date is very cringe, but I'm gonna tell on myself a little. I really thought he was a super cool character, and then you actually see his form, and I was so disappointed because I was like, the darkness. I love that he's like cringy and a monster, and then he's actually technically not a monster. He's a dude. He's a homie, and I liked the monster more, you know. I'm telling on myself a little. Oh no, she's one of those. Probably. A ripperoni, I probably am. My bad. I'm gonna see if I could just make this a little more vibrant. Yeah, it has a blue base. I don't like that. I'm so sensitive to undertones. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is a little more green. Just to add some tone and depth to the background. Depth to the background. Just make it more leafy-ish colors. I know it's just a background, but like, even the background needs some love. I'm gonna try to get a better angle on this. If you don't want to share your art supplies, don't share your art supplies. Just a PSA, everyone. It's okay to hoard your supplies, especially when they're expensive, like Prismatic pencils. I had a classmate once who I let him borrow once, and that was it. He needed to borrow them all the time, and I just that was not okay. They were my pencils. I didn't even get to use them as much as he did. And one day I forgot them, and I was just drawing with a pen, and he's like, I need to borrow your Prismas. I'm like, I don't have them. And he's like, what do you mean you don't have them? I'm like, I don't have them. I don't. And after that, I told him I didn't have them anymore. And he just stopped bothering me because he had worn out my green to nothing, and I that's my green. Sorry, y'all. Some trauma. Look at that. That be looking cool. I don't have too much, like, kind of looking at them. Let's see if I have. See if I have. When you're drawing with graphite, sometimes you get the weird coal hand. I'm just trying to see if I got that with the pencil. Okay. I am so afraid to like draw the gills on this. I'm tempted to go in with a pencil instead of this dark Sharpie. The Sharpie's scaring me a little bit, I'm being honest. Sharpie's scaring me just a little bit. Being really light here. It messed up. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You guys don't see that. Control F or Control Z. It's okay. It's all right. It's a small little mistake. It's not the end of the world. My hands are actually like super shaky right now. Okay. Here comes the fun part. The gills. Hopefully y'all can't like hear my heavy breathing right now. I feel like I'm pretty heavy right now. Like I want the gills to be apparent, but not like too much. Freaking out. I'll correct that real quick. There we go. Okay. Hey yo. That is my cinnabar mushroom. I kind of liked it without the outlines, but that's okay. It's still pretty neat. Still pretty neat. Still pretty old legitness. You know? My cinnabar. Right there. Yay, let's date and stamp it. Okay. This is gonna be hard. You guys are gonna watch me struggle for like 20 minutes on this. It's okay. Today is... What's today? Today's the 24th. Today is the 24th. 24th. What is 124? Okay. I'm gonna remove. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna put a 24. 24. No, the 3 wants to come out. I don't want the 3. Okay. Ooh. It is hard to put in there. It's super hard to put in there. I should have pre-prepped this. I think I should pre-prep this later. Okay. We do not want... I'm kind of just speed running. I wonder if I could spell shroom. 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 Okay, there's an S on here. S. S. Okay, I know there's a shroom. Shroom. S-H-R. I need an R. I think I have double O's on here, right? I have a few O's, thank God. I'm trying to get this R out. The only thing, the little typesets are really hard to get out. I think that's what they're called. But hey, at Five Below, if you want a little stamper. This thing is pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna do this. O. Shroom. O. Another O. Another one, thank you. Another O. Okay. Shroom. We're gonna need an M and an S. M-S. Shroom. Shroom. Getting the M is a little hard. You guys could probably hear me pick it up. Shroom. Shrooms. Let's do a shroom S. Shroom S. Shroom S. Okay. Shrooms. 124. That is today's date. Where's my little trusty stamp pad? Stamp pad. Hello? Stamp pad. Okay. That looks right. Shrooms. 124. So. I'll put this over here for now. I need to remember to put everything else. Okay. Bottom. Shrooms 124. Shrooms 124. Ain't that neat? I almost dropped it. Here we go. Anyone who came and said hi, hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna sign this real quick at the bottom. Hope you enjoyed the stream. This is my cinnabar mushroom. Down from a reference of a Five Below book. Based off of this photograph. Super fun. Side by side. Actually, I'm gonna hide the reference photo. There we go. Hide the reference. There we go. Side by side. The cinnabar mushroom. That was super fun. Thank you for joining. I don't think anyone's watching. Sorry, Cherry. I'd send people, but I don't think anyone's watching, but that's okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you, Jerry, for commenting. I hope your stream goes well. Anyway, see you, everyone.